At the moment, if we have registered and we've used one email address, and if I use the same email address, I will still be able to register with this, which means it doesn't check basically for any duplicates, which is wrong. So obviously we need to change it. There can only be one email address per account, and obviously one email address, one unique email address in a database itself. So we cannot have two accounts with the same email address basically. So if we go back to our editor, and back to our login.php file, before is valid, object is valid. Let's type email equals object form get post email, and then we check user, we create the variable user, object user, get by email, and we pass in this email populated from the form, so email, and then we create a condition if is an empty email, sorry, not this, user. If user has been found by this specific email address, then object valid add to errors, and we're going to pass index called email duplicate. So let's copy the name of this index, open our validation class, and let's add it somewhere here, perhaps right after the email duplicate. This email address is already taken, and then comma right after this. So validation class can now be closed. Okay, obviously we need to create get by email method inside of the user class. So after our make active, the new class, a few new lines again, and we start with public function get by email, and we pass one parameter, email, by default null. So first of all we check if is an empty email, then we start with our SQL statement equals select all from this table. Actually, we don't have to select all. Let's just select ID, perhaps. Where email equals single quote, double quote, and we concatenate it with this db escape, and we pass email to it, single quote, and active equals 1. Why do we use active? Because obviously someone could register in the past, never activated their account, and if the account is inactive, we still should allow them to register again, perhaps with the same email address. It's only when the account has been activated that we should perhaps allow them to reset the password. We won't be doing reset password in this series of videos. I've already created a series for this purpose, so if you want to learn how to create reset password, please refer to it. Okay, so after this we obviously need to return this db fetch 1, and we have SQL as parameter. So that should get us the information about the email address, if there's a record with this specific email address which is active. So if we save user.php, if we save our login.php, if we go back to our page now, and if I type the same email address which is assigned to the account which is already activated, and now hit enter, I should get the message. I'm not getting the message, and the reason why I'm not getting the message is because I obviously haven't displayed this message anywhere. So if I copy the name of the index from the validation class, if we scroll down to the email address, I need to, after the object validate email, let's create another line, echo object validate, and this time email duplicate. Okay, so if we save this file, we go back, now hit enter again, you can see this email address is already taken now. So that's all fine. our registration, activation, and login is done. So now we can move to the next chapter and continue with our checkout page.